Hi, I'm Paul. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to use your mobile phone when you're in Thailand. The most important thing to note with that is that you need your mobile phone to be unlocked before you go to Thailand so that it will work with any SIM card. Then I'm going to talk about, if you're traveling to Thailand for the first time, how to get a SIM card when you arrive at the airport. And secondly, if you're going to Thailand on a regular basis, how to use that same SIM card over and over again to save you a lot of money over time. So keep watching to find out. In the video, I'm going to be talking about how to find the best packages available for yourself when you're in Thailand. As a first-time visitor, I used AIS when I arrived, but other brands are available, such as DTAC and so on. So you don't have to go with the one I went with. I'm going to use AIS as an example right the way through this, only because it's the account that I use, but there's nothing to stop you using any of the different mobile operators in the same way. At the end of the video, I'm going to talk about how to top up your SIM card from overseas, which can be a problem if you don't know how to do it easily. And secondly, how to extend the life of a SIM card so that if you're traveling to Thailand a couple of times a year or more, that you can keep that SIM card going so that you don't need to queue up and wait for a new SIM card each time you arrive in Thailand, how you can use the same SIM card all the time, and it means that you keep the same number, which is great if you're trying to keep in contact with people. So that's all going to be at the end of the video, so let's get started. Okay, so I've gone to the AIS website and I'm currently on the Traveller SIM option. And I'll put all the links to all these pages in the comments below, so if you want to go back to any of them, you can do. So this first screen is basically showing what you can get when you arrive at an airport in Thailand. You'll find booths for all of the main internet providers there, so you don't have to just go with AIS. I'm just using this as an example. So here they have 3 Traveller SIMs, and these aren't the greatest options, to be fair, but if you're coming for the first time, they're very easy to get hold of. So the main difference between these is the amount of time that they will last for. So you can see here the first one on the screen, the 160 baht one, lasts for 5 days and gives you 15 bahts worth of free calls and gives you 5 gigabytes worth of data for those 5 days. The second one at 299 baht will last for 8 days and give you 15 gig of data. And the third one will last for 15 days and give you 30 gig of data. But you'll find that they seem now to not be offering any tourist SIM for longer than 15 days at a time. So if you're traveling for longer than that, they're sort of hoping that a lot of people will buy 2 or 3 of these expensive Traveller SIMs. But what we're going to look at over the rest of this video is going to be how to use that same SIM card again and get much better deals using it. So what I've got here is the first alternative to it, which is just looking at a max speed package, and you'll see here that for 1,099 baht, which is a monthly fee, you can get unlimited internet for the whole month, and you also get 700 minutes worth of calls within Thailand. So that's 1,099 baht, which is just under double the 15-day rate, but you're getting totally unlimited high-speed internet and 700 minutes worth of calls. You'll also see that if you go for the cheapest package at 499, then you're getting 10 gig at full speed data and 200 minutes worth of calls, and that's only 499 baht. Now, I know most people when they're in Thailand will probably want the internet more than phone calls, because you might use the phone to phone someone in Thailand maybe a taxi or Grab and so on, but you're not likely to use the mobile phone on a lot of times, or at least from my experience I haven't. I've used the internet an awful lot more, even if it's using the internet to use things like WhatsApp or Zoom to be talking to people either elsewhere in Thailand or overseas if you're keeping in contact with family and friends in your home country. So a lot of the time, rather than buying something that's got a call package built in, it can be a lot more economical just to pay as you go for the phone call. So I've gone to the AIS homepage, and to log in, first of all, the issue here is it's all in foreign language, in Thai, so you can right click and translate it all to English so you can see what's actually going on. Then it asks you to enter your Thai mobile number, your SIM, the phone number associated with your SIM card. So I'll enter mine in now, where you've got the international dialing code of +66. You can just replace that with a 0. Select OK, and then what it does is we'll send a one-time password to that particular mobile phone. So you'll need to have the SIM card inserted in a phone and it powered on to be able to do this. A couple of seconds and you get your one-time code to put in, and OK to log in. Internet browser's actually translating this automatically, and what you'll see here is there are a number of packages that you can select. These are call and internet packages. You can have a look for yourself and see internet packages just for calling and so on, but I'm just going to use a couple of these as examples. I'm going to start with the iSmart 299 baht. What you'll notice with all of the prices here is you have to add a 7% VAT fee on top of these prices, and that'll become useful later on when you're trying to add some money as a top up to your account and being able to calculate how much of a top up you need to put in. So if I look at the iSmart 299 baht for the month, you'll see that that gives me 100 minutes of calls, and I can use the internet at full speed for 500 megabytes or half a gigabyte, which is not an awful lot of data at all. And thereafter you will get the internet for the whole month, but you're going to get a maximum speed of only 64k, which is very slow and not really fast enough to be supporting video packages, watching videos and so on. So the 299 baht, unless you really want 100 minutes of call time, is not an awful lot of good. Even the 599 baht one gives you 300 minutes of call time and 1.5 gigabytes of data, and then again it drops down after that 1.5 gigabytes at full speed to just 64 megabits per second. Kilobytes per second. So that's again incredibly slow. So I don't recommend either of these packages, but if I look at this social SIM, what that's doing by and large is you can make a phone call. The first minute will be 1 baht, and then it'll be about 0.7 bahts per minute of phone calls. So if you've got some top up onto your card, then you can just draw on that to make phone calls as you need them without buying a large call package. So at that point you're then thinking, well, that might get me some quite reasonably priced phone calls, but what about the internet? So you can then go to on top packages. Now, to start with, if we look at, these are monthly top-ups that you might be going for. So if I look at 30 days and the 30-day column, because we're looking at people who are maybe coming for a longer stay, then you're looking first of all at 4 gigabytes and 450 baht for 4 gigabytes worth of data for a month, which isn't bad whatsoever. You can actually get 15 gigabytes though for 488 baht, as you'll see there. And they usually have quite a few special offers on, so it's always worth looking to see what special offers they have on these on top packages. And that basically gives you max speed internet for up to 15 gigabytes for the month, and you're talking about 488 baht rather than 599 baht for 15 days on one of those traveller SIMs. You can also look at an alternative way of doing it, and saying, I want internet non-stop for the month, and if you want 1 megabyte per second internet for a month, you're then talking about 350 baht. So you can see how the price of this can drop down, and you can select what you actually want quite to get the idea of the best thing for yourself. The 4 megabytes per second one is 650 baht, but that will give you a much faster internet experience. And you can see if you go to 6 and 10 megabits per second that the price does increase. But if you are uploading lots of video content, or things like YouTube that you're uploading data to, then some of these faster speeds can be relevant for some people. If you're going for one of these traveller SIMs at the airport, then all you need to do really is get to an airport and find one of these sorts of booths, such as this is the AIS one, and you can select the package that you want there and then with them. And what you'll find is they will take your your passport the first time you go in for one of these, and make a photocopy of it so that the SIM card is linked to your passport. And it takes about 5 minutes. They take your phone apart, take the SIM card out, put the new SIM card in, give you obviously your old one back, and then do all the programming to get it up and running for you, and then give it back to you. So it's a really good service. As I say, it takes about 5 minutes. And what I did when I first landed at Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport was went to the AIS before looking for my bag, and by the time I'd finished there and went to the bag carousel, the bags were actually coming out. So instead of standing waiting 5 minutes for my bag to appear, I managed to get my SIM card sorted out while I was waiting for my bag to arrive. Now, there are also some other options that you can find, and these are what they call add-on packages. So if you go for one of those basic packages, which is just 1 baht per minute of phone calls, then you can add these packages to that to give you an internet provision. And these I've found to be generally the best rates that you can get. This first one is looking at internet non-stop at 384 kilobytes per second, but as you scroll down, you'll see that it then gets to 512k per second, and then 1 megabit per second. And we'll look at that, and you'll see that you can buy a package for 25 baht for 24 hours, for 120 baht for 7 days, or for 350 baht you get 30 days unlimited internet at 1 megabit per second. Okay, so that's 350 baht, 30 days worth of internet. Or if I go for 4 megabits per second, it's 650 baht for 30 days. So you can select which of them you want, and it tells you what you need to actually dial on your phone to actually set up that particular service that you want. So it's very, very simple to do. You're literally just going *777* and then that code hash and then dial, and that will convert any money that you've got topped up on your SIM card into that particular package for 30 days. It's really that easy, and I've done it 4 or 5 times now. Once you know which package it is that you want, then the next issue can be how to actually top up that SIM card so that it's topped up before you get to Thailand, and to make sure the SIM card doesn't expire. Now, if you're in Thailand and want to top up a SIM card, depending upon the network that you're with, you can sometimes go to a 7-Eleven or a Family Mart or various other stores to buy a top-up voucher to enter into your phone. But if you're overseas and you're trying to top up your SIM card, one of the things that all of the network providers have done is now block the ability for you to top up your SIM card unless you have a Thai registered credit or debit card. So if you're trying to top up from America, Canada, Australia, the UK, etc., and you only have domestic cards from your own country, then they will not be accepted by any of the Thai internet providers as a way of topping up your phone. But there is a way around that. This particular firm here, mobiletop-up.com, I've used for the last 4 or 5 trips to Thailand to top up my SIM card. And you literally just enter the number there and click on Top Up Now. Once you've logged in, you get to this screen here, and what you can see is the ability to top up your SIM card with different amounts of Thai baht, and it gives you the local price for you in your currency. Now you can actually go to currencies and select your local currency. It defaults to American dollars, but if I go to Great British Pounds, which is the right one for me, then you can see I can top up 20 baht for 49 pence. This firm here, Mobile Top Up, do charge a 5% top up fee, but that's the only additional charge that you'll get apart from the physical charge that you're going to pay to AIS, DTAC and so on. So for a 5% top up, it's not really bad going at all. Now if you scroll down, you'll see Thai data plans, and you do get the option of going to those, but they don't tend to be anything like as good as the on-top packages we've just looked at. You'll see there, for example, 399 baht for 3 gigabytes for the month, whereas we were looking before at getting unlimited data for 350 baht, for example. So whilst they're available, it's much better to be just topping up here with the amount of baht that you want, and then going to the top-up packages that you may require. Now you've got to remember that all of the on-top packages that we've looked at have a 7% VAT fee on top, so you need to add that to the top-up charges that you can see here. For example, this was the 650 baht fee for a 4 megabyte unlimited internet for a month. You'd have to add 7% to that to get to the total amount of top-up that you would need on your SIM card to be able to set up that package. Or if you wanted it at 1 megabit per second, 350 baht for the month would do the same thing. So you need to make sure you work out how much you need to top up your SIM card by, so that you can operate one of these packages. And once you've topped up the SIM card, you literally put that code in and dial, and that gives you the package that you require. One other thing that Mobile Top Up have as an option for you, if I scroll right down here, is the ability to extend the validity of a Thai SIM. Now I've heard of a lot of visitors to Thailand who come on a regular basis leaving their mobile phone in Thailand with somebody asking them, can you please top this up with so many baht a month for the next so many months for me, so that when I come back the SIM card still operates. And whilst it can be done that way, using Mobile Top Up makes life much easier. So if I click on extend validity of a SIM card, then what it will do is give you this page where first of all you can check what date your SIM card automatically will run up until. And so with me being with AIS, then what I'm going to do is type in *121# and dial, and you'll see on the screen it tells you the date that the SIM card is currently valid until. So if you want to update that and top up that to make it last for longer until you return to Thailand, you can buy more validity. One way of doing that was on this screen where you could select an amount. You can select 90-day validity, and it costs like 61 pence. That's about 29 baht, I think it was, or something. And what that will do is they will top up the SIM card every month with 10 baht, and that will give you another 3 months worth of validity on your SIM card before it expires. But if you want a longer one, you can also do 180 days or 360 days to extend your SIM card. And it does say here, please note that you have to actually use the SIM card in Thailand within at most 1 year before it will die and stop working for you. So what they do with the 180 and 360 baht packages, you'll see 360 gives you 120 baht top up for a fee of 169 baht. So 169 baht is roughly £4 or maybe $5 US, and what that will do is top up 10 baht every month to add 30 extra days validity to your SIM card, and over that 12-month period it will have updated it 12 times with 10 baht a time. So you're getting 120 bahts worth of credit onto your SIM card for a total fee of 169 baht. So that's the actual fee part of it is 49 baht. They're charging you for the service of topping up every month. So that seems a really, really useful thing to do and not expensive, and it saves you the hassle of expecting someone to top up your phone on your behalf every month until you get back to Thailand. And for a fee of 39 baht for 6 months or 49 baht for a year, this service seems really good. And as I say, I've used mobile top-up every time I've gone back to Thailand for the last year and a half, and it's worked every time. They've been exceptional, and I would recommend them very highly. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, and it'd be great to hear any comments you've got. Please also subscribe, that way you don't miss out on future videos. And if you do click the bell icon when you do subscribe, then you'll get notifications when we do release new videos about travelling to Thailand or our experiences together in Thailand. So bye for now, and see you on the next video.